Aw.
Assignment, soldier.
I've checked and rechecked
Move
everything.
out.
I think the signal entry.
I got some things to do first, not ready.
Shouldn't we? No, we hijacked. They'll change the code, and we're locked out. This is a one-shot deal. So what do you say? You ready to give it a try?
Dude, I'm
Let's
so
do
scared.
this.
All
In
right.
real life.
To me is a valuable asset. If any harm comes to
You wanted to get into the Institute,
holding
right?
personally
Well,
responsible.
what are you waiting for?
I'm ready. Dude, I am so scared.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Yo, that's actually kind of cool. I'm really curious what that looks like. Oh, getting down. This is the Institute. Alright, so let's look at our data. Okay, keep it rotate.
Hello.
Father.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face.
Useless.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Where they take people and everything?
Welcome to the Institute.
Whoa.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about
like
what
this place.
we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are
Sean.
here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Sean, please. Calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me!
Oh my god.
Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a pro. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
What am I gonna know? Alright.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
But,
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
bullshit.
Bullshit!
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
I don't believe you. There's so much I hear the whole time.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility, the Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some I've been a part of. And now...
You want me to stay here, in the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying.
what?
I hope that you can see that I simply ask. We really do have humanities. Will you take...
Right? All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore, and
Alright, whatever. Alright. Can I take anything now? Hell yeah, brother. Hello? Hello? Dude, that'd be cool if I could actually activate it and it worked. Dude, everything's so cool. I wonder if I can go take this all I can take all this shit and sell it.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Fuck you, Sin. Whoa, bitch.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
What the fuck's this? Oh, a sick bed or something. Pack cigarettes, wow. Sense smoke? Pack for water. Oh, water. Oh, dude, oh, this shit's so cool. Leave down in the comments.
This a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
What the fuck? Whatever.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report. Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
It looks like people are happy here. It don't look like they want to be taken away from this place.
All systems nominal.
It looks like everybody's happy. And don't want to leave. I mean... It's better than up top.
Have you had time to examine my latest report?
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics.
Not yet.
We're
It's
all
more
looking
complicated
forward
than
to
I
working
thought.
with you.
Yo, is that a gorilla?
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results.
Can I let this thing out? Dude, they got gorillas. Now who the hell has gorillas these days?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of the dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject. They're still people, and they're suffering. At least it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity? That's exactly what's left to our I suppose you're right.
Alright, looks like there's just grown plants in most of these places. Oh, what's all the way down here? Sliding door. Sliding door. Hell yeah, I'll take all this. It looks like to be nothing. Not going in there. Dude, everything. I swear, if I can't go back, I'm gonna be so mad. I still can't believe they got fucking gorilla. A fucking gorilla? Look at that. They got a fucking gorilla. A gorilla. A gorilla. A gorilla. A gorilla.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more.
In that case, let me, as the name implies, to that end, you probably...
Sure. Seems like there's nothing.
With hard, I'm sure
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in.
Great. In any case, I imagine you'll want...
You mentioned medical care? I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to... He's our top biologist. Dr. You won't find...
Did I turn off the interferometer?
Oh, fuck you talking about, bitch. Dude, the Institute looks so cool. So sick, dude. Oh, come on, I thought there was gonna be food.
Sweet.
I'll just say I was finally open. Who the fuck? Alright, I wanna leave now. Like, I want to leave the Institute, like, completely. So go to this one right here.
Scanning
Almost
unknown
done.
identity.
Just need to
Clearance
tighten up
confirmed.
the primary drive servo.
That's
Yo.
the third primary drive breakdown this month.
Excuse me, Doctor.
I don't know.
They weren't kidding.
Most
You
of them
really
have
are
lasted
here.
long past their
Well, all
projected
right.
lifespans.
I'm Allie.
If you ask me,
Allie Fillmore.
they were built
You can
for
think of me
fun.
as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then, as you might guess, we maintain an there's the work. So,
Absolutely.
oh, good to hear. Take your time. If there's
And
over when necessary. It's a. I can't argue with
I
that.
really don't care.
Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Your presence here is a great gift.
You know the
Not just
protocol,
to
sir. Authorized personnel.
Hi.
So Dr. Ayo
Welcome to the
thinks he
Institute,
can hide in his
ma'am.
office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours.
Operating at
Ransacking
full
my
capacity.
quarters in the middle of the night. See that you do. I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Wait, let me talk to
Hey.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
I want to kill that guy. Do they sleep?
I am seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads
Feels
together.
like this
What
project
now?
has been
They're
going on
dragging
for
their feet on the
months.
targeting package upgrades I asked for.
Pardon
Maybe
me,
I should
ma'am.
take some courses
Hello.
with me. You know, send a message.
Hey there.
It's an honor to meet you, ma'am.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
They're fucking. Alright, who is it?
Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you.
Right?
Despite your relation to I'm sure you are.
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father, our
I'm sure it's best for everyone if...
Sir, there is our main course. They are high. What I gather, in fact.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so. Now, in...
I'd like to know more about the synth reclam...
Fine. Once a courser, we then, in those all too well.
Alright, let's see. Now we're gonna go back through here. I'm just gonna talk to these people and fucking leave.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Better identify me, bitch. Couldn't think for a second.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound.
Gotta find the terminal.
Terminal's right here.
The dosage will be much larger this time.
Sweet.
And the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know.
Air examiner?
I suppose it's your job to find
It's
out.
my responsibility
Now,
to
hold
make
still.
sure this place runs smoothly.
Thank you. I'll just be taking all these.
There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to report every symptom you experience.
I hope I'll prove a useful test
Every
subject for
symptom?
you, Doctor.
Nah, joke. Bruh, it's just a joke. It's just a joke, bruh.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you.
She's just doing it for fun.
You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but this is still my laboratory. If you plan to stay down here with us, you need to learn...
Easy. I just want to talk.
About what? You're obviously here for a reason, and you...
Alright, so... I'm gonna go out here
Where
and
are you
I'm gonna
going?
save. Hold on, bitch. Hold the fuck on. You guys won't be able to see anything, but give me just 1 second. Oh shit, dude, that popped my fucking back real good.
I thought you wanted to talk.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized...
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
Sent my brother sent to find...
Let's just say that you've regained the attention of a certain group that I represent.
Stop beating around the bush. It's...
Sure.
I knew it was just a matter of time. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade.
I need to...
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secret. Tell me something.
Sure.
Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
A badmouth instead of following my orders. What would it take?
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what... Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactical... Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, now, for the sake of keeping up appearance, I've been told to install it. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll...
Given that the relay... In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access.
Sure.
If nothing else. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain...
Okay, you can now fast travel to and from the Institute. Yay! I leveled up. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
No. Talk to Father. Why can't it just, instead of father, why can't it just be, what's his name? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I killed the bear, gorilla.
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
You big gorilla bitch. Oh wow, but that's very, very convincing.
Good to see you.
Oh, satisfying, not convincing shit. Madam Gucci's. Gucci, 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 hey. My bitches, I do go, Looks like this used to be an old room. Why the hell did it show me this? I leveled up. Alright, let's see.
That's it.
Ah, shit.
Got it.
So he said. Wait, hold on. What are these buttons do? So there's no way of getting out. I'll do the front and then I'll leave it like that so there's only one way to leave.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth with your EAO. Scanner's clear.
This one's easy. Should be.
That's it.
Let's deactivate those.
Sensor alert. Anomaly detected. Resetting threat level.
Do you know someone who gambles? Then maybe this will make you laugh. Or
Engage.
What's that little toot sound? I like it. Oh god. Well, how many here we got? I don't think it was I better quit picking up everything. Oh shit.
Yes.
So let's put all my junk in here. The life just got me down to 300. I swear, if it gets me down to about 100 to 200. God, look at all these bullets. Oh my god.
That's it.
No. They killed the kid again in the moon. Must have been testing on him. Hold on, guys. Is that a little titty guy? Oh shit. I don't know where I was going. Now she uses the stim pack. Well guys, I'm gonna catch up on some sleep, and wherever we spawn at, I'm just turning it off. I'm going to bed. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Cause I am fucking tired and I'm about to pass out. That's why I'm skipping stuff and everything. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.